What up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. You're now tuning in to my podcast, Difficult People Chronicles. Seriously focused Johnnie. Back at you again with another message. The message is called Captive, Jail, and Bondage. Last week, I talked about the message, They're Back. And it was basically about a person that lied on someone, did all sorts of crazy nonsense. And they lied to a point where they almost got the person in trouble, who they respected. And they are notorious for talking indirectly. They're a coward. So that was the message, right? This same person is responsible for, I would say, putting you in bondage, meaning that it's like everything you was trying to do in the past, you could not move forward. You was tied up. It was always something. One minute it was just your fingertips, and then next minute it seemed like whatever it was just disappeared. They was responsible for that because they went and talked evil and said all these things. And people just, you got a lot of people out there that just they not bright, where they don't, people will say things about another person, they don't put it in the back of their head and just say, let me see for myself. No, they don't do that. They don't. They listen to what the person say as truth and fact, not seeing that this person is a hater and maybe they harbor the spirit of jealousy. And I see sometimes the spirit of jealousy in men and women. You have some men that, like, say if you a person used to be in a relationship with them, it's to the point where they don't want you. They don't want no one else with you. They don't want you to succeed because it's a spirit of jealousy. It's that spirit inside of that grown man that act like petty behavior. And you got a lot of men that's like that. They got that petty behavior inside of them. It's something in them that's jealous about the woman, which is stupid. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So this person who was doing the most did things to put a person in bondage, right? And this person is coming back. Why? Because even though this person was in bondage, captive, jail, could be jail, they feel like they got to make it right. And making it right has nothing to do with the person that they put in bondage. It has to do with making their life better. For example, I'm gonna try to give you a clear example. So, and I had to think about this really, like, so y'all can see the picture. A lot of times in spiritual warfare, a person will do witchcraft so they could bewitch a person and make the person hurt other people and then end up in jail, or do something to hurt themselves and end up in jail. And I mean physical jail. And then when they feel like you have people that did this witchcraft, and then they feel like all I gotta do is bail them out and then I'm good. Why? Because they might be going through something because they put a child of God behind bars, or tied them up so they can't get jobs, or took away their money and was living their best life. And money can't make you happy, because you can have all the money in the world and still don't have peace. Or have all the money in the world, go out there messing with all these people, end up with an STD that ain't curable. Yeah, money can't cure that. So this person put a person in bondage, and they feel like their life is not the person in jail or bondage or captive, but the person who did the evilness. They feel that their life is spiraling out of control because of the evilness they did. And when they sat back to observe all the evil they did, they thought about the person that they did whatever to. So now they trying to come back. That's why I said in the other episode, the message, they're back, that whatever they're doing is tied to their benefit. So it has nothing to do with the person that they hurt. Their life is spiraling out of control. And you have a lot of idiots in the world that feel that if they do something bad, but they do a lot of good, their good will outweigh their bad. That's not how God sees it. That's not how God sees it. And that took me to Psalms 109. Verse 2 to 5. For the wicked and deceitful mouths are open against me, speaking against me with lying tongues. They encircle me with words of hate and attack me without cause. In return for my love, they accuse me, but I give myself to prayer. So they reward me evil for good and hatred for my love. That's who they are. But I tell you what, get on your grind. Go to God in prayer. Matthew 7:7, asking it is given, seeking ye shall find, knocking the doors will be open unto you. And ask God to handle your situation on your behalf. Let them feel what that was like. Because for some of you all, they took food out your mouth. Yep. For some of you all, they took your job. For some of you all, they did a whole lot. And what I saw was this person being tied up in a chair. Tied up, restrained. They tied up. So whatever they did is coming back to haunt them. Like my mother always say, God ain't sleeping. God is not sleeping. God is wide awake. This person is coming back. It has to do with their ego. Yup. And like I said, you see, God is a good God. Cause I tell people all the time, like, you go to God in prayer, you be patient. They gonna get back everything that they did to you. Everything. Plus some. And they gonna make an attempt to not even make an attempt. They're gonna try to make it seem like, oh, they support you, they love you, and you look good, and they gonna say all these nice things about you, make you feel bubbly and nice and all this other, if it's an ex or whatever the situation, or a family member. And they only trying to satisfy themselves. Yeah, they on a mission. They on a mission. Whether you accept them in your life, that's up to you. All I'm saying is be careful, because what I find, and this is from research, the same people that put you in bondage will be the same person that give you something, make it seem like they trying to help you to take you out of bondage, only for you to realize you still tied up. Yep. And they do this because, like, they put they put a person in bondage or jail or whatever. Then they call that person and say, I'm gonna bail you out, try to make peace with you and all this other stuff. Bail you out, only to turn around that you be out here in this world and you still in bondage, because they want you to owe them something. Yeah. The devil never set people free. Don't ever think the devil is going to wake up one day and realize the evil that he did to you and say, oh, you're my child and I love you, and forgive me. And the devil, no. The same devil that put you in jail. And for some of you, y'all going to really have to pay attention to what's going on. If you know somebody that's in jail and you know that what they did wasn't normal, go to God and pray for them on their behalf. Because when a person does not have any other resources or any other options like the one that's presented to them, they will go for what's there and available instead of waiting on God. And that's one of the things the situation is, because this person is coming back, making it seem like they're going to help the person, but then there's going to be somebody else coming along too. And the person coming along is going to be of God. This person that put that person in bondage and did all of that is a joke. They a joke. But they come and making it seem like they kind-hearted and all that other stuff. They may even hold the Bible and go to church. Yup. They a joke. Because they only doing it for their benefit. And they already got ropes tied around them. Okay, so this is a plug. The two people that are coming back to whomever, the person that they did wrong, are going to be like always similar in nature. One is going to be of God, and the other one is going to be the devil just trying to create more havoc in the person's life. Now, when I say similar in nature, meaning that they both did something wrong, where one person was around a bunch of haters, reacted, said something, caught themselves, regret what they said, right? The other person They just love to gossip. Like, they don't regret nothing they said. It does something to them. They continue to do what they do. And these two people are currently going through something like drama. So that's where the similarity is. The thing about it is that the one that does not regret what they did, they are more regretful that they are being dealt with, and they feel like they're being dealt with by the universe because they don't feel that it's God. They feel that it's their karma for what they did. They don't feel it's God though. The other person knows what they did was wrong, and they feel real bad about it because they see how these people are around them, and they are upset that they just did something wrong. And this person is not like them. So I'm not too sure why this person said what they said. They said something that was just messed up. Like, oh, well, if that person is like that, they're going to always be like that. Something like that. Something of that nature. But whatever they said was wrong. I feel, and this is me, I feel like the one that does not regret what they did, every time they do dirt to someone, it's like God is tying them up. The same rope they put on someone else, God is tying them up. But what happens before long, if they keep doing this dirt to a whole lot of people, they're going to be tied up their self. They tied up their self. They're going to be sitting there tied up. And then they can't get out. And then they might think that somebody else did it when it ain't nobody else but God. Because God said, you mess with my children, and now I'm coming for you. This is a plug. So the person that did wrong to whomever can also be married, and they just love to gossip. Like, it makes them feel good to gossip. They have the spirit of gossiping. I'm not too sure if it's something. I feel like it's not even something in their bloodline. I just feel like it's jealousy. And because they are a jealous person, they feel that the only way for them to feel good or get ahead is to say bad things about another person where other people believe it. Yeah, that's why I said, somebody once said that an enemy is a person that does witchcraft. And the Bible, like I say, says that there's power of life and death in the tongue, and a person can, destroy your life based off of the words that they say, and they don't even realize it. But then they realize, for some will realize once God deals with them because of their actions. And like this person has been doing it to a lot of people, and it's jealousy. Yeah, so I know that was a lot, but that's some things I want you all to really think about. Go to God in prayer and pray for deliverance and freedom, and you know, ask God to handle your enemies, whatever it looks like. The same ropes they try to tie you up with, the same chains they try to tie you up with, everything. Return back to them, because these enemies is doing the most, and they don't realize that you was minding your business, and then they came to you, and this person that's walking into this person's life that did all of this craziness, they not even on the same level. They not on the same level, meaning that the person they did dirt to might got a lot at stake, like they married, got kids, going to school, going to work, whatever. They just go to work, but they doing a lot. And what they did to the other person was jealousy. They some people feel like, I don't know, you just got a lot of people out there that's just like stealing people's destinies, because that's the only way they could get money. But when a person steals another person's destiny, and that person start praying and praying and going to God, and God starts coming to them, talking to them about things they need to pray about and what they need to do. Before long, that same person that did what they did, they'll lose everything. And with a blink of an eye, they'll lose everything. They'll lose their house, their car, their kids, their marriage, everything with a blink of an eye. And it might happen within 24 hours. That's how God works. A lot of times they think it's their enemy, but it be God. Because God don't like the fact that you hurt his chosen. He don't like the fact that you hurt his children. He don't like the fact that you hurt those that were trying to seek him. Yeah. And when God comes for them, nobody can help them. Nobody can help them. Even if they got down on their knees and say, God, forgive me of my sins, that's not going to escape them from going through a hardship or going through whatever they going through. But I saw this person, what I saw is little by little, they were being strapped with rope. So I take it that, like when I first saw it, it was one rope, then it was another rope, and then it was another. And I was like, what in the world going on? Yeah, this person doing the most. They trying to figure out how to get out of whatever they gotten themselves into. So just because they moving around on this earth doesn't mean that they don't have craziness going on in their life. They just haven't spoke about it, and it just hasn't been revealed. So yeah. Okay, everybody. This is the last plug. I'm telling you, every time I'm listening to it for editing purposes, it's like something comes to me. So, the person that told the lie, right? Whatever area they put that person in bondage, that's the same area they're going to be dealt with. God is going to be dealing with them in that area, and that's where they're going to be bound at. So, when they tell a lie, like say they tell one lie about somebody's marriage, and this person is going through holy hell in their marriage, feeling like their marriage is jail instead of a marriage. That person that told the lie is going to go through hell in their marriage. But it's going to be times two. So it's going to be turned up so high, they're not going to be able to take it. And that's because of what they did. So every time they tell a lie to a person, and it could be something else, they told a lie about somebody's job, that's where they're going to get affected at. Yep. And that's the rope. So every rope that straps around them is because of the specific lie that they told. That's it for today. If you want to you got something on your mind you want to talk about, sign up for a session. Check me out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, click the notification. Check out my store. Check out my downloadable document. And love me more, and I love you more. Later.